Hey everyone, Nonnie here. I've been thinking about, I realize most of the time I start my videos with I'm thinking about. I wanted to share some information with you about this. That is my ULA fanny pack. And I talked to you about that fanny pack when I did my last shakedown hike and I was in the cabin at Blood Mountain. I was absolutely ecstatic to have a fanny pack because I had decided I would never, ever, ever hike another hike without one. Well, one of the things that sold me on that fanny pack was that it was waterproof. Now, when they told me it was waterproof, in my head I'm thinking, they probably mean water resistant. Let me tell you what water resistant means. Do you remember a couple videos ago where I got caught in the rain? I had this fanny pack on and I had my iPod and my telephone in there. When I wasn't videoing, I had my telephone in there. And you know that was a torrential downpour. Well, I was listening to my iPod. It was in my fanny pack and I had the buds in my ears, but the fanny pack was zip closed and I thought that was good enough. All of a sudden, my iPod stopped working. Now, I can't express to you how much I love my iPod. I got one of the last ones, the 128 gig, all my music, my audiobooks, everything is on there. Well, it stopped working. It stopped working, and I thought, okay, what's the problem? I know I charged it before I left the house. It's not dead. This fanny pack had that much water in the bottom of it. My phone and my iPod were floating in a mini lake. Well, I pulled them out immediately. Before I ever got home, I was still here at the park and kind of shook them. Fortunately, my phone was not injured, but my iPod was DOA. Now, I feel kind of foolish in sharing with you that I actually broke down into tears because I love my iPod. And I thought, they don't make these anymore. I can't buy another one. What am I going to do? Yes, I can hike without one, but do I want to? No. Well, I put it in rice and let it sit there for 4 days. And tried to turn it on. It wouldn't start. That did not make me feel good. Had a lump in my throat. My husband said, let me work with it. My husband is brilliant when it comes to tech stuff. I'm the document specialist, he's the tech specialist. I don't know what he did, but I never hugged him so hard since we've known each other for fixing that iPod. Now, that's kind of sad, but that's how happy I was that he fixed it. The moral of this story is, I learned a valuable lesson. It was a learning opportunity for me. Nothing is waterproof. And if they say water resistant, this is how I'm interpreting that. It means the first few tiny drops of water that hit whatever it's hitting, and then after that, it's a goner. I am walking, and it is supposed to start raining in 2 hours. Do you think I trust that it's going to start raining in 2 hours? No, I'm prepared for it to start any minute. And yes, I have my iPod with me, my working, functioning iPod, and I have this fanny pack on. But there is a Ziploc bag in my fanny pack for that baby to go straight in for protection. And I can't let anything happen to that, as well as my phone. I learned something about my phone. So for those of you that have a Samsung 22 Plus, the only thing that saved this phone is the fact that these are mildly water resistant. And this is the first version that they made. I believe that's what I read, that is slightly water resistant. I am very pleased that that happened. Now, I looked into waterproof cases for my phone and my iPod, and yes, they make them for both. However, because just like gloves and my backpack, you know, I guess the universe thinks I need another challenge. They fit, they seal, they are waterproof. And I'll tell you how I know that in just a second. My iPod fit inside of the case, and I went to plug it in, and my headphones, the little connector, because of the way the case is made, it doesn't go far enough to connect where you can listen to the music. So I'm not quite sure what good case is. I'm going to have to look and see if they make headphones with longer connector receptors. If any of you know anything about that, would you please comment on my video and share that information with me? Okay. This is how you test those boxes. This is fascinating. You get them and you fill a bowl full of water and you put the case without the device inside the water, and you push it down, like put a cup or something heavy on it where it's totally submerged underwater, and you leave it there for 15 minutes. Then you take it out, you dry it, and if there is no water on the inside, it means it's waterproof. And it is. They are, for the phone and the iPod. So I was thrilled. Except I can't listen to my iPod because my headphones don't work. I wanted to share with you a few of the things I'm doing for my family. I did a video before about how will my family feel about me leaving and how will I feel about leaving them. Well, I've spent the last 2 weeks off and on writing letters to both of my grandsons, 7 and 12. My oldest just turned 12 today, in fact. And they will get a letter, a long letter, from me every month. In the middle of the month, my husband will mail them, so the boys know that I'm thinking about them, and even though I'm not there, that they're with me in my heart, and that I miss them. And I also prepared 3 packages each, so 6 packages of little, like, gifts to send them. I don't want to say what they are because they might watch this video and then it would ruin it. So they receive those. I shared this with my daughter. What have I told you about my daughter? She wants to be supportive so bad, and she is struggling. And she said to me, well, Mom, you know, those are your grandsons. I'm your daughter. I sure hope you're going to write me a letter every month. And I thought, oh, Lord. So I've written 2. I have several more to write. I wanted to tell you something one of my 2 grandsons said to me when I was at their house at Christmas time. It was so sweet. He said, Nonnie, do you have another video? And I said, yes, honey, I do. And he said, well, we need to turn it on because I love adventure. And I said, you love adventure? He's 7. And I said, well, honey, I haven't actually started, hiking yet. And he said, I want to see that one where you're really cold. And so he was talking about when I was going over Blood Mountain and when I had hiked Hawk and Gooch mountain shelters areas. And I was so touched that he was interested in that but he likes adventure. So little one that makes me smile and laugh because you are so funny and so ridiculous. In the best way, Nonnie's going to be hiking mountains very soon, and we'll go on some adventures together, okay? Because you'll be with me every step of the way. Nonnie will be thinking of you. And for my 12-year-old grandson, who in May I took to Chimney Rock and Nantahala, we went whitewater rafting, did all sorts of fun things. I'm hiking for you too, and I know you love adventure, even though you're the quiet one and you don't always share everything that you think. I know it's in your heart. So Nonnie's thinking about you too.